this is FND week, and we are FND warriors showing their videos and pictures and letters of how their FND has affected their lives. So what I'm going to talk about is myself, how it has infected me. It has infected me pretty bad. It completely changed my entire life. I am a mother of two beautiful children, which I am grateful that they are teenagers, because I know with my FND warriors who have young children, keep strong. You guys are very special and very proud of what you can do, and hopefully to get the help that you need to help you with your children, because I know for me, I don't think I could do it. And that's why I'm grateful for having my children a little older. I have dealt with other medical problems in my past. I was never ever normal. I don't even know what normal really is, but I keep a happy smile. I sometimes put a show on just so that I don't have to let people think that there's. Oh my gosh! You bear with me. I'm just trying to think and whatever. Okay. But anyways, I'm gonna change the subject. FND, from my experience, which is FND is a functional neurological disorder, conversion disorder. And it's not in our heads. This is real. This is a real illness that millions or thousands of people are dealing with every day. And some will show awareness, and then there's some that are just too scared to show awareness because of what other people will think, which they should not have to feel that way. Functional neurological disorder or conversion disorder is an illness that it attacks the nervous system, and it's pretty much a disorder that the brain and the body is not connecting properly. It's like if, say, you want to roll your hands this way, and that you're trying to tell your brain to do that. Well, as you can see, I can't properly do that. It affects me, and it affects my whole speech. It affects me all over. So anyways, I'm babbling. So FND has affected me. So I'm going to explain all my symptoms that I have dealt with in the last 2 years, and how it how I also learned about FND, and also the beginning of all my symptoms. So, like I said, please bear with me. I have a lot of forgetfulness as well. Sometimes I'll make sense, sometimes I won't. So just please bear with me and be patient. And please listen if you like to. And like I've said in all my videos, no negativity. And please beware of any symptoms that may come up without my knowledge and not meaning to. So anyways, the beginning of my illnesses. Okay, the beginning of my symptoms was back in 2016. How my whole life has changed. I was at work. I was working at A&W. I was a supervisor. completely still remember it. I was in the back. I was grabbing some ketchup um, cups in the back, and I don't quite remember who was in the back with me, but there was somebody in the back. So I noticed that when I was grabbing the packages to stock up in the front, it was night shift, and I noticed that my left arm started tremoring, and I didn't quite understand why my hand was doing that. So I just like whatever. So I continued, and I started stocking stuff up and did my thing and whatever. That was my first symptom in my left arm. Also, my next thing that I've dealt with is I was working again, and I was up in the front, and I don't know if it was day or night, but I noticed that I started feeling sick to my stomach, and I had this weird smell, like a sulfur smell, and it just wouldn't go away. So I start feeling dizzy, tired. I felt like I was gonna pass out. So I told one of my coworkers that I needed to go sit down. I needed to go sit down in the office. So I did so. And all night that smell just never went away. I finished my shift early because I wasn't feeling good. Felt really sick to my stomach, so I went home, and I could still smell that sulfur smell. It wouldn't go away, and then it didn't go away for a few days. So there was that time that I ended up not going to work because I wasn't feeling good. So that was my second symptom I dealt with. I do want to say, I'm going to keep continuing with my symptoms, but I do want to say that everybody is different. FND is different in each person. Not two people are always the same. I do want to say that. So, anyways, my next symptom was, say, a week later or whatever. By the way, all these, like my left arm shaking, and the smell and the dizziness, they never went away at this time. So I do want to say that. So my next symptom that I was dealing with was I was in the shower, and I noticed that I couldn't clean myself or whatever, do my hair, because my hands were pretty much like frozen. It's like my hands didn't want to work. So I jumped out of the shower because I didn't like the feeling. And then I sat down on the couch, and I noticed my legs were tremoring. And at that time I called it shaking. So I took my phone out, and I started videotaping, and that is when I started videotaping my progress that I was experiencing, because this was all new to me. So I made a doctor's appointment, and long story short, I ended up doing, I told them the doctors what was going on, and they make appointment with the neurologist, and I start seeing her. But before that, I did go to the hospital a couple times, and at first they said it looks like maybe it's Parkinson's or MS. So they wanted to do some tests, and actual tests with my hands and stuff. And so anyways, please bear with me. I'm trying to make this short. Doctors got me an MRI, CT scan, all that stuff, blood work, all that stuff, and tried to figure out what's going on with me. And after that was all done, I seen my neurologist again, and she said everything came out normal, which bothered me a lot because why? Like, I don't understand. And she showed me pictures of the brain and all the stuff, and then she showed me about FND, and I was like, what? A functional neurological disorder, which is more of a, you gotta try to retrain. They don't know why people are going through this, or how, or what to do, and I was scared, and she's like, I do want to say also that my neurologist doesn't know too much about this illness, which kind of made me uncomfortable because, well, I didn't know what it was. So she said that I should be better in a month or two, and I'm like, okay. And then a month or two, 3 months, so on and so on, months and months down the road, I didn't get better. I got worse. So now I deal with tremors all through my body. I have a speech problem sometimes. If I move too much, I can't talk. I deal with like a spasm or a feeling in my spine that it does irritate me all the time. It's constant irritation that never goes away. Sometimes it hurts, stings, pains, tingling, whatever. And I also have RLS, which is restless leg syndrome, which I am dealing with now. I also deal with problems seeing properly. Things go out of focus a lot. I have head tremor. I have stomach tremor, which spasms or whatever. I deal with non-epileptic seizures, which at this moment I'm not really taking anything for it, which I really think that I should. I deal with seizures 3 times or more a day, which I don't think that's quite healthy. I get, as I say, I get stupid. I can't think, I can't do anything, and I do want to say back is that since I've been having my seizures, which was about a year and a half ago, or something like that, I could be wrong, I don't feel normal anymore. I feel like, I don't know if anybody has ever heard of it, but I feel that I have a brain high, or a fog brain, or a brain fog, or whatever. I just don't completely feel normal anymore. This has completely changed my life. I do want to say that I am very grateful for my family and my doctors in believing me. They have never doubted me. It has severely affected me. I do have a gait when I walk. My legs get stiff. Sometimes I don't want to move right. I can't make a rhythm at all. I have tried. Like, my hands it just freezes up. I can't. And I'm noticing that my hands are like, they're not like can go straight up anymore unless I really try, and it feels weird. And I feel this sensation through my own entire body 24/7 all the time. So anyways, I deal with a lot of symptoms. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Strong Woman, and I've been sharing my illness on there pretty much, like I said, in the beginning when my legs start tremoring, the very beginning of all this. So that's how I'm sharing my awareness for FND, and I'm going to continue it, and also continue spreading the awareness around, especially in my city, Fredericton, New Brunswick. I haven't really met anybody that has FND, functional neurological disorder, conversion disorder, one or the other. I think they're pretty much the same. I'm not 100% sure. And we want to open more clinics for patients that are dealing with this illness. This is a scary disease, I want to say. There is no cure. There's a lot of people that describe it as MS or Parkinson's, because it's not like you have Parkinson's, but you have the same symptoms as what a Parkinson's patient would have. And they have tried different medications, which the closest medications had gotten to me, which one I don't think I'm allowed to say, has helped me. For 4 days, was best 4 days ever. But right after that, everything went back to normal again. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe up it and see if that'll help a little bit more. But I'm never gonna, honestly, I don't care what anybody says on here, I'm not gonna be ever normal again. But I can keep my spirits up. I can keep strong. I can be me as much as I can be me. Nobody can change that. But I do want to say, I'm never going to be the way I was, and I have to let myself know that I can keep strong, keep my family nearby if I need them, friends nearby to keep me going. Some people, sadly, have a hard time with this illness. Sometimes, like, there's different symptoms that people deal with, and sometimes are even worse than what I'm dealing with. But the number one cause of death of this, what I have learned and heard and researched, is suicide. So this is why we need more awareness out there, because this is an invisible disease, an invisible illness that many people are walking down the street and you might not even know that they're sick or whatever. And this is why we need more awareness out there and more clinics, because I have to wait another year before I can see somebody, and I deal with heart disease, and I am lucky so far it hasn't really affected too much of my heart, but doctors are saying now they think that I've had conversion disorder longer and could have caused my heart attacks in the past. So this is why I personally want to spread the awareness out there, because it's taking a long time for even me to see somebody that may be able to help me and may not. It's a long wait. I've waited almost 2 years to see somebody, and I'm still on the waiting list, and I call all the time. And there's only one I know of, which is in Halifax, and I'm constantly calling to ask, okay, is there an opening, or whatever, and I'm going to keep fighting. And I even asked if I could go see a specialist in like Vancouver, but sadly I'm unable to do that because he can't take outside patients from different cities. So sadly I have to wait. So our main goal is spread the awareness out there. FND, functional neurological disorder. This is serious, and there's many more illnesses out there that are invisible, and people need to know that they need to have more doctor knowledges, people knowledge, because when you look at somebody who has an illness, you may not know and you think that they're high on drugs, but really they're not. Because I still feel that way, because when I'm shaking all the time, I think that first thing somebody's going to think of is, oh, what's she on? Is she on coke, or is she on that or this? Or just get the stares, which I have the attitude now. Somebody stares at me, I stare back at them, or I'll try to say something to them. But yes, positive, positive. Please spread the awareness out there. It needs to be out there. I'm going to show some clips of my illness, if it's going to work, out there, of what I have dealt with in the past 2 years. So FND is serious, and it's not in your head. Don't care. Conversion disorder is not in your head. Technically it is, but this is real condition that people are dealing with, and I don't know how somebody would want to fake this condition, because I certainly don't. I want my life back, which I have accepted. I'm not going to be completely better, but I'm keeping strong, and we need that. So everybody, all my FND warriors, keep strong, keep going, keep positive. You can do this. And also, I do want to say, if anybody of my friends or others want to know more about FND, please go to the website called fndhope.org. It's the best. They've helped me so much, and I thank them for everything, and the people that I've talked to on that website. They're amazing, and you can talk to regular people that are dealing with FND, and if you don't know what's going on with you, you can ask them, and if they are able to tell you, perfect. So spread the awareness. Please share this video to your friends and family, and please, I like I said, sorry, my brain is bleh. Alright, I'm ending this video. Thank you for listening, and please, I say it 1,000 times, spread the awareness out there. Thanks. FND, functional neurological disorder, conversion disorder. Then there's dystonia, there's FMD, there's so many different invisible illnesses that we need to spread around the world. Thank you.